very much.
What's the challenges of working with someone like Danny? Because he's quite a perfectionist and has a real legacy to his films.
No, I think, just not letting him down. He comes to work every day very sort of pumped up and very passionate and very positive, very patient. So you just don't want to, I have a part to play in telling a story, and I just don't want to, let them down, any of them, whether it be all the actors, but mainly Danny. He's so passionate, and he sort of really does. He's infectious, his energy on set.
In the sense that we did get that time in the rehearsal room that we really couldn't have done without, because by the time we walked onto the set, we were already on performance 100 because we'd been doing it so many times for 10 days straight in the rehearsal room. And so that not only was a very time saving because we didn't have long to shoot the film in, but it also meant that we were really rooted in these parts, and all of us felt quite confident, about playing them, which at the end of the day, when you're an actor, it's 30% skill, 70% confidence. I'm not even joking.
Thank you.
What is my opinion? I think he was an exceptional person with a lot of drive, focus, passion, and just saw technology as an art form as opposed to just a functionary thing. And before Steve Jobs, we looked at computers as scary things, like, or they were for analysts. So it was like 2001 or the Ipcris file that they were going to be the end of the world. Maybe they will be, but now we have relationships with the devices. Like Danny said, people go to bed with their iPhones, with their computers. Sometimes it's the last thing we do before we go to bed at night. That was all down to him.
Well, the fascination with him is his continuing legacy that we all live every day. And the story of the film is that what we once thought, and it's difficult for somebody as young as you to remember this, but when computers first really appeared in our lives, they were huge machines that were incredibly intimidating. And this man's vision was that these were going to be your friend. And it was impossible to imagine. And therefore, he caused such damage in a way, trying to establish that idea that not only would it be your friend, but it would be, you would share with it every intimacy you ever have, which we do. It's got pictures of your lovers in it, all your bank details, everything's in there. And you take it to bed with you, literally. So how do you get to that place? And that's the story. And so you need an actor who's got a sense of vision. And Michael has that. He has that intensity of focus that gives you a sense of belief in a vision. And he's trying to make everybody believe in this one story.
What do you do? You're not an engineer. You're not a designer. You can't put a hammer to a nail. I built the circuit board. The graphical interface was stolen. So how come 10 times in a day, I read Steve Jobs as a genius? What do you do?
Musicians play their instruments. I play the orchestra.